to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get in.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
That's good. I'm doing pretty good. Good. So, I'm just gonna be asking you some general questions.
Good.
You know, it'll be along the lines of, they can be from how do you like Minnesota to anything.
Yep.
Really. So, all right. Start off with the first question. Why do you enjoy living in Minnesota?
I enjoy Minnesota. I mean, first off, there's just a lot of sentimental, just growing up in this state. I appreciate the outdoors and I guess the idea of the lake life in general.
Okay. How was Becker High School?
It was awesome. I mean, I am incredibly passionate about the high school I went to. About a year and a half ago, I started a foundation there with another alumni and some community members so that we could give back to the schools in Becker. So I have no bad things to say about that district. I love growing up there.
All right.
So
How do you like teaching in Crosby?
I love it here. I hope to stay here for the rest of my life.
Well, that's good.
I've enjoyed it so
Yeah.
far.
All right. What made you want to be a teacher?
I didn't originally want to be a teacher out of high school. I thought, well, especially after I did my time with the Navy, going to school out in Virginia, I thought I wanted to come back to Minnesota and go into like politics or something like that, live out in a big city and make a lot of money. And I think over the course of my first couple of years of college at UMD, I was like, that's a bunch of hocus pocus. I don't want to do that. I want to stay in Minnesota. I want to be in a small town, in a small community. And so teaching was always kind of that thing in the back of my head that was like, you know, you might not have this enormous salary, but it's something that you'd enjoy because you like working with, with students. And so it was like my sophomore year of college. I was like, well, I'm going to change my major and go into education.
Okay. How many years did you serve active Navy?
I don't have any actual like active duty time. I've got all reserve time, so I do my 1 weekend a month, a couple weeks in the summers.
Yep.
I've done 3 to 4 months at a time in the summer when I was in college, and then so I've been doing that. My contract it'll be 8 years that I've almost got in, and it's actually in 12 days I re-enlist for another 6.
Wow.
So that'll bring me up to 14.
That's nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. There we are. That's all I've got.
Cool.
Perfect. Thank you.
I'm stacking cheddar, jalapeno, and sour cream and onion. The spicy nacho stack.
How many Pringles flavor stack combinations are there?
318,000. Sadly, I'll never know the joy of tasting any, for I have no hands to stack with, no mouth to taste with, no soul to feel with. I am at the mercy of a cruel and uncaring.
Cool, play Funky Town.
There's a Pringle stack for everyone, sort of.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very good. So I'll just be asking you a couple of basic questions.
All right.
So, where did you go to school for college?
For college, I spent a year at Iowa State in Ames, Iowa, and then I transferred to Bemidji State for 2 years. I actually graduated in 3 years. And then, actually right now I'm working on my master's degree through Minnesota State Mankato, and I'll be all done with that in May.
Well, that's very good then. All right. How do you like living in Minnesota?
Well, except for my 9 months in Iowa, I've lived in Minnesota my whole life. I'm originally from Andover, which is just north of the Twin Cities. We had a place on Mille Lacs when I was a kid, and we had a cabin in Deerwood, so I kind of always knew I wanted to live in the area. My brother actually lives up here now, and my parents just bought some property in Brainerd, and they're going to be building a house this spring because they're getting close to retirement. So we'll all be up here. Generally, I like living in a place where we have all 4 seasons, because you have to get through the winter to appreciate the summer a little bit more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like Minnesota. Very unique region. We talk about that in human geography with our accents and the duck duck gray duck and all the things that make us unique, our hot dishes. So I think Minnesota is a great place to be.
What are some of your hobbies to do?
Well, right now most of my time is taken up by doing research, working on my capstone. In the summertime, I like to golf. I wish I had more time to be out on the golf course and try and get better. Going fishing, spending time outdoors, being by the lake, being in the woods, just enjoying nature. I enjoy watching sports, baseball, football, and NASCAR, probably my favorites.
Yep.
And then I enjoy cooking. I think I'm a pretty good cook. And also reading history books.
How is teaching at Crosby?
I enjoy teaching at Crosby. I've been here for 5 years now. 6th year overall, so I actually taught a year in a different district before I came here. Was tempted to quit after my first year in a different district. I came here, felt completely at home, excellent staff, excellent support, best students ever. So everything's been going well, and I enjoy coming to work every day.
Well, that's good. That's good. How do you like the classes that you teach?
I enjoy the classes that I teach quite a bit. Actually, when I was going to college, my major was social studies education, and then I got 2 minors in history and political science. So I'm very excited to be teaching a history class and then civics, because those are my 2 favorite areas. Also like human geography as well, talking about world cultures, because I think that's very important, especially as we have more technology and are more connected nowadays. And then, because of my work with my master's, I'm eventually going to be teaching college in the schools classes, hopefully within a couple years. So I'm looking forward to that and the next
Alright.
challenge there.
Well, that's good. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good.
All right. Just a couple basic questions here. So, how do you like teaching in Crosby?
I like it. Yeah, it's been good. This is my 5th year, and I think we've kind of made it our home. And yeah, I like it. Kids are great, and it's a good school.
That's good. So, what are some of your hobbies you'd like to do? Summer, winter, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I like to hunt and fish. Hunt and fish and watch sports, I guess, and that takes up a bulk of my time, I guess. Camping, exploring. So those are kind of my main things.
If you had to choose a different class to teach, what would you teach?
I always like FIAD because I like sports a lot, so I mean that'd be something I'd like to teach. I guess I think it'd be fun to get the physical aspect of it and stuff, and just team sports and stuff like that are always something that fascinates me. So I think that'd be fun.
Okay. Why did you want to coach tennis, or did they just put you there?
Well, I mean, I've enjoyed tennis, that's for sure. But yeah, the position was open, and I just decided, what the heck? And I've gotten to like it, I guess, over the past couple of years. So it's fun.
Will there be a male tennis team?
Probably not. No, I would have to say no. You never know if there's enough interest, but I mean, you'd need at least 25 guys probably to start playing tennis. And I don't foresee that happening here with all the different activities and stuff. So.
What's your favorite fish to fish for?
I always like northern pike or walleye to fish for. Those are my two favorite to give around.
Okay. How did you like St. Cloud State?
Loved it. Yeah, it was a good campus. I mean, I grew up close to it. I like the fact that campus is all right there, so I mean, everything is in walking distance. It's still big. I mean, it's the 2nd biggest university in the state, so I mean, it's good size that way. But yeah, I liked everything about it. I thought like their education program was super supportive. Yeah, I mean, I'd recommend it to anybody.
If you had to move out of the States, what other country would you live in?
That's a really good question. I don't know. I think anywhere in Europe. I think the UK, Germany, Ireland. I think those would be fun ones.
I think they would be too. We got pretty interesting people there.
Yeah, just all the history.
So, how do you enjoy teaching your classes?
I enjoy it. Yeah, I enjoy social studies, history. It's always been things that fascinate me, and I mean that's what I went to school for, I guess, is to teach those things. So it's enjoyable. I like world history, certain topics. I like geography. I mean, all of it's pretty fun. So.
How do you like living in Minnesota as a state?
Love it. I mean, I lived here my whole life, so I don't have anything different. But there's so much to offer here. I mean, we're close enough to go see all the professional sports teams if you want to go see that, right? I mean, there's all the different changing of the seasons as the year goes around, just the fishing, the hunting. I like it here. I never see myself leaving Minnesota.
All right. Sounds very good. That's all I got.
All right. Thanks,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yeah.
Unlock double XP with Mountain Dew and Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Hi.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm great.
I don't think
thanks.
we've officially met.
No.
My name's Nate.
Hi, Nate. I'm Nancy Sandy. Nice to meet
Nice to
you.
meet you too. So, how do you like teaching in Crosby?
I love teaching in Crosby.
Well, that's good. You know, we hope to see more of you.
Oh, well, thank you. It's been a breath of very fresh air.
Have you lived in Minnesota your whole life?
Most of my life, I did spend some time, 5 years, living in Boone, Iowa.
Ooh.
Down by the Kate Shelley High Bridge, if you've ever heard the story.
No.
Kate Shelley was the lady who saved a train, a passenger train.
Well, that's great.
Yep.
What made you want to teach?
Well, teaching is not my first career choice, just so you know. I worked as a nurse and a social worker, and I also worked in industry. So I kind of fell into teaching by default because my husband is a teacher.
Okay.
So yeah. And I love working with the youth. I love seeing our future right before my eyes.
Do you enjoy the classes that you teach?
No, not at all. I wish I could teach science. Sorry.
I'm looking at you over there.
Excuse me?
Because look at how much fun he has. Do love teaching culinary arts. I love teaching. It's just a lot to teach. I have to be an expert at everything.
Yeah.
Relationships, children, interior design, fashion, sewing, culinary, just it's finances.
It's a lot.
It's
a
a
lot
lot.
to take in.
It's a
you know.
lot, yes.
And since it's your first year here, I mean, it was kind of probably all thrown at you too, because didn't have anybody else to teach it.
You're right. Baptism by fire.
What do you feel about the town of Aiken?
You know, no comment.
No comment? So, from your impression of Mr. Hilton over here, how do you think Monticello kids acted in high school?
God, you know, Monticello, they have issues. I raised my children in Becker, which was the much better high school. In our case,
Methuselah.
well,
Not me though.
we
Not
can't
me.
choose our families, can we, Mr. Hilton?
No, we can't.
Well,
This is going terribly, isn't it?
Oh no, it's going great.
Oh, okay.
I really enjoy this. Is
Not temperature. I'd say he's hotter than that, but that'd be weird. Have a great weekend. What are your plans?
I am gonna go to work tomorrow.
He's gonna hit the grinds.
Nice.
Pack those grinds. Do it.
Where is this? You make snuff for a living?
I do not. No, I work
You're
at
not
Oars
into-
and Mine.
You are not into tobacco products?
No.
That's good. That's good to know.
Nah, he's just trying to quit.
Good.
At least he's not hitting the jewel.
Oh, yeah.
We don't like to jewel.
No.
Juuling is bad. We
Yes.
talked about this in the smoking is bad video. Yeah. All right.
Or
All
both
right.
of them.
Thank
Or
you.
neither.
Well, thank you.
This is most definitely where interviews start to go downhill, mainly with just Hilton, with just Steve.
So,
What?
okay. We'll just start with the. We'll just start with the general. How are you doing today?
It be. It do.
So, what did you like about living in Monticello?
What did I like about it? Well, it was a pretty big town without not being in the cities. Still a lot of bad drivers.
Nah,
but
I don't care. How do you? What did you think of the 2 foot of snow that we got this last weekend?
well, it was pretty terrible.
Thank you. That's all I got for time.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I guess that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. What the f?
How are you doing today? Good. You know, I'm doing very well. So, I'm gonna be asking you quite a few questions. It's gonna be a series of questions. Just answer them to the best of your ability.
Not a problem. Happy to be here.
Yes, me too. Thank you for agreeing to doing this.
Not a problem. I'm just happy I can fit it into my busy schedule.
Yes. You're around the clock, always.
Always on the move.
Why do you enjoy living in Minnesota?
Well, Minnesota has so much to offer with the seasons and all the recreation and hobbies you can do around here. You know, me being an avid hunter and fisherman, I have lots I can do, and the seasons change, and you can follow with it. It's just a great place to live and grow your family.
Told you this could be fun.
He's like, just be honest.
I'm a camera guy. I'm the crew.
Look at the whole crew and everything. Take care of all the behind the scenes.
They're gonna take you for a wet noodle for the rest of your life.
Other than a walleye, what is your favorite fish to eat?
Oh, you know, I like sauger. I
Sauger's
really
good.
like sauger. I haven't had it very much opportunity because there's a lot around here, but when I do make a run to Lake of the Woods, sauger's like that sweetness of a perch, but with a good taste of a walleye in between, and it's one of my favorite fishes.
I can catch them on Mississippi all the time.
Really?
Right behind my house.
You dirty dog. And they're smaller too. I
Yeah.
like smaller.
Yeah, it's like
that's why crappies so good too.
Oh, it's crop favorite fish to eat in the winter.
Oh, by far.
You know, go out to Black Bear and just
Catch them in the hole.
Yep. So, what are your thoughts on
It's just like the mercury gets
Asia?
It's such a beautiful land given to such idiots.
You know, all they do is farm.
That's it, and they got great hunting, and they got good fishing, and the duck hunting's better, and they're just a bunch of idiots.
Pigs.
Hillbillies.
Yes. Why have you devoted most of your life to wrestling?
Well, that's a tough one, hey. Now you're digging deep into the roots. Wrestling for me has been a life changer. It helped mold me to the man that I am today, teaching me how to get through rough times, perseverance, how to be accountable as an individual while working with a team. Definitely it is a great sport for boys and girls to get into. Look, I had to lift my feet up. The bullshit was so neat.
Say, how's your ass feel after talking off it all the time?
I was like this mother.
What are your views on abortion?
Gas? Oh my god! Wood, was that an audible gasp?
I think Everlast said it best. Jack, did you see where I was going?
Yeah,
with
I
that
saw
whole
where you're
thing?
going with it. Why do you remember the song when you're asked about abortion? Look at the camera.
Do it while looking at the camera.
What is that?
If you had to eat one endangered species, what would it be?
He's trying to see if he knows it.
No, that's a good question because I think a wolf would taste freaking awesome.
I don't know.
Alright.
There's like 10,000 endangered
Giraffes?
species. Can't think
Oh,
of
no,
one.
we'll go with the panda.
Panda?
I feel like a
I think
panda would be
panda.
wonderful
I
to
think
eat.
panda would
Yeah,
be
but
awesome.
They don't move a lot,
But they're
around a lot.
vegetarians though.
Yeah, but
Is that really gonna be that good?
so are deer. You know, you just go right
Yeah.
for the loins and the back straps. Did you know if the dog hadn't stopped to take a crap, he might have caught the rat? Really?
Fascinating. How did you like the win against Staples last night?
Oh, that was one of the most exciting wins of my career. To see Sam Smith, first-year wrestler, pin a guy and come up excited and with the home crowd cheering, it was just something someone can only dream of.
Ask about Long Prairie.
I thought about it.
Long Prairie? Here, let me pull their boot out of my ass.
If you had to choose
Yeah, we need
a favorite kid or two, who would it be?
Yeah.
Oh, my daughter, by far. Raising a girl is so much better than raising a boy.
You guys shut the hell up!
Yeah, we're trying to do an interview here. Well, here's how it is. Girls are easier to raise
His
till they're
daughter is a
14,
sweetheart.
and then they are not. Boys, they're like every other day they suck. So it's kind of tomato tomato.
Do you think we should be able to hunt the American bald eagle?
There's too many of them. They're attacking all the dead deer in the ditches, and they're causing other scavenger animals to starve to death. I mean, look at the crow. Like,
Yeah.
who thinks about the crow? No. Just because it's an all-black bird, it doesn't have a white head, it doesn't get the same rights as an eagle.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
I mean,
That brings up my next topic. Do you believe that... No, can't ask that.
Yes,
Legally,
you can.
legally, I can't
Yes,
ask
you
that.
can.
Do you think that all black shootings are justified?
No. Yo, Nick, that was worse than I expected.
Here, I got one. Ask me about equal wage.
How do you feel about the gender age? Wait, what? How do you feel about the gender wage gap?
You know, there's a lot of fighting going on to get equal pay for men and women.
I really think that the women should have just stayed as property. Oh my God. How do you feel about the gender wage gap?
With the gender wage gap, there's a lot of fighting going on. With the gender wage gap, there's been a lot of fighting over the last few years. But I feel that the question isn't exactly cut and dry like they seem. For example, while working in a construction field, if a man can carry up 2 bundles of shingles and a woman can only carry 1, I feel like you should pay the man more. Or if it's vice versa, maybe the woman can carry more and the man can do less. It's not so much about their gender as much as it is their ability to do the job, where it needs to really be broken down, not so much by gender.
I feel like you have experienced this before. How do you feel about this class as a whole?
Class of 2020?
Nope, just this videography class.
Oh.
We buy that.
5th hour photo and video productions 2019. No words can describe their effort that they do in this class. I've never had a class even come close with how much they suck.
Despite being 30% of the population, black people have committed the most crimes.
Over 50%.
In America.
Well, that's easy. Most of the black population live in big cities, and I would be killing people
Detroit,
too.
sure.
Can you imagine living in Minneapolis?
Oh, yeah,
Look at Eddie.
Yeah.
Not even.
Actually, my brother lives.
I don't even talk to Eddie anymore. He'll just randomly call me and be like, "Yeah, this one black kid just chased me down the street." With a knife in his
Where's he
hand.
at?
Minneapolis.
Yeah, like,
There wasn't an actual ending for Wood. I mean, we just kind of stopped it. So I mean, I guess that kind of counts.
So today I'm here with Josh Yoder, and he's going to be doing kind of like a walking interview. I've got my cameraman Connor Smith here.
Walking taco.
How are you today, Josh?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, it's pretty cold out there.
It is. It's in the negatives.
You know, Josh, when I first came to this school, you called me the Mexi man.
Yeah, because you're Mexican.
I'm not.
Well, yeah, in my mind.
I am in your mind.
Yeah.
Okay. But from now, you've been calling me by my actual name.
Nathan?
Well, why do you say that? Why are you calling me my actual name now? Why is the nickname Mexi Man gotten away from you?
Mexi Man was a state of mind for you. You know, you were acting like a beater.
Let me ask you a couple of questions about the wonderful state that we live in.
Yeah, Minnesota.
Minnesota. That's what this video is all about.
Okay.
So, do you enjoy living in this state here?
I do.
You
know,
do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
have,
enjoy the area that we live in?
Crosby, in general, like.
Yep.
Like specifically.
Yep.
Well, Crosby, it's nice. You know, we have some mountain bike trails, nice wooded areas, a good small town.
Yes.
Yeah. It's very quaint.
Good. As we progress through the entire school year, what are some things that you want to see change around here?
You know, I was really getting on about the food proportions.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
you get a little boat of chips and they put a scoop of meat on it and they call it good.
Yeah.
I'm a grown man.
And you put everything else on there. Yourself.
Like, yeah, but it's like, you know,
You want some more meat on there.
Sometimes you need a little more meat. You don't want like bell peppers galore on top of your meat. No, you want more meat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More meat.
And I mean the milk proportions.
Connor.
Okay, Connor.
This way.
Idiot.
God, I think we need to hire a new cameraman.
Yeah.
what? No. Go on.
this state is doing enough for the country?
I think we need to really salt the roads a lot more. Have you seen how the lack of salt on the roads today?
Well, that's because they put the pepper on as well.
This just in, they salt and pepper the roads.
Salt and pepper.
So,
what was the question again?
how about that weather out there?
It's cold.
It's cold?
It's in like negative. It's negative something.
It is negative something out there.
I'd say it's a solid negative.
Do you think that
-6?
So do you do any outdoor winter sports like ice fishing, snowmobiling, snowboarding, skiing?
I like to snowboard sometimes and snowmobile, but I'm not a big fisherman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you snowmobile, do you have a good time doing it?
Yeah.
It's a blast.
You have to.
So for all of our out-of-state viewers here, we are a very great area to snowmobile in.
Yep.
We
Lots
have
of snow.
amazing mountain biking trails, even in the winter.
Fat tire bikes.
Yeah.
Big tires.
You can go rent one.
Go rent
right
one.
now.
Red Raven. Go rent your bikes.
At Red Raven.
Sponsored by Red Raven.
This video is sponsored by Red Raven. We appreciate everything they have done for this channel, and thank you, and we'll continue to make more videos out of their profits.
Out of Red Raven.
Out of Red Raven. We will go to Red Raven and we'll record. As we are coming closer to 2020, what are some things that you have enjoyed through this past decade?
Ooh, the decades. Well, you know, just technology in general, the advancements we've been making.
Yes.
I like memes.
I do really enjoy some memes too.
The
you know.
memes of the decade, you know.
Sublime.
Yeah, they really started in the early 2000s.
Yep.
And it's just grown a culture.
You know, they really progressed from the 2010s, and now when we're going into the 2020s, I feel like they're now going to get. I feel like the memes are going to go downhill from here.
Well, they could, you know, maybe.
You know, the Milford Mine
Was a mine.
was an iron mine.
It was an iron mine.
And that was the most deaths when it collapsed, when it caved in, when all the water
Yeah.
came in.
Water. H2O.
When it came in, you can go
Dihydrogen
to that
monoxide.
park, and you can go walk along the boardwalk, and you can have all the names of all the mine disaster people who have died there.
It's a bridge over like a marsh kind of thing.
Well, it's part of the actual lake.
Well,
it's like a boardwalk.
I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, it's
Don't shush me, cameraman.
but there's also the names of the people who survived.
Yeah, survived.
So, I mean, I find it kind of crazy, and that's like, I like to go there during the summer just to think, because not many people go there. We're trying to.
A lot of people go there to smoke.
It's a Milford Mine, ladies and gentlemen.
Move forward.
As we move forward.
These murals are painted through our school, and they really give us a sense of the idea of the history that was once here. Now, this is the Heartwood Cafe that was closed recently, you know, because I know these bikes, you know, and they're the chains up there.
The chains. The bike chains?
Yeah, these here?
Yep.
Because it's at the Heartwood Cafe, which is now closed. Hey, would you like to say a few words for this video? No?
Try the other one, man. Cameraman. Hey, cameraman. That's a lionfish.
That's a lionfish.
They are native to the Indo-Pacific.
We got a
Found in warm marine waters.
This is not having to do with Minnesota.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's the iron miner.
Yeah, the iron miner.
Beautiful.
This is our
beautiful,
mascot
beautiful
right
man.
here.
That's
beautiful
him. Look at
man.
that gnome beard.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's so flat.
Look at that forearm. It's bigger than his actual bicep.
Yeah.
It is. It's crazy.
That's kind of
Kinda
whack.
Like Popeye.
This is our mascot. You know, this
Yeah.
really stands for what we
Because we're
What we are.
what our town was.
Yeah.
we're all
And
jacked. We're all jacked.
what our town is to this day.
Yeah.
He's kind of short.
This man was kind of like you, Josh.
Well, yeah, I mean, but yeah.
You're the worst cameraman we've ever hired.
Hey, don't say my name.
Oh yes, actually, this is just. Yeah.
There's some Ford trucks.
We don't. All right. Hey, would you like to say say a few videos?
Now
Few
see
words for the video.
See the
Excuse me.
Christmas tree
Excuse
and
me.
the presents by the
Yeah.
Christmas tree.
Would you like to
presents
say-
represent everybody in the class of 2020. Beautiful, beautiful. Everybody wrapped up in a box, can't breathe. Okay, that's what we all need. I've never hated a group of people more than my life.
This year, this hotel. Yeah, it was a hotel.
Wait, whose was it?
Royce.
It was Roy's.
Roy's, yeah.
The bus depot.
Said Roy's.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It says Roy's Cafe right
See
there.
that? Air conditioned. That's how you know it's Roy's. Roy always liked air conditioning.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Roy was a crazy guy.
Roy was the craziest man because everybody because he could afford air conditioning. Crazy.
Jack just informed me that there were no black people allowed.
It's an important part of our history that in this era, people of different races and sometimes even genders weren't allowed in these places.
Yeah, yeah, it's like
and it's good to remember that, you know, so we don't go back.
So we wait what? I thought it was so we could go back to it.
That's a fire
Each his own.
hydrant.
Yeah, they used to spray them with that.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Normally they're red, but in this case it's black.
I'm a
No,
guest.
Jack has
I'm
been
a guest star, damn it.
Jack has been in all my shows, and he has done
Oh,
such a
every
great
single one
job.
of them.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Jack.
You're very welcome, Nate. It's good. I feel like a movie star.
Which is good. We're gonna keep on walking now. Thank you
Okay,
guys
okay.
for your time.
Art gallery. Not a lot in there right now. They're lacking. Lacking in the art department. That's a ukulele.
It's a very nice painted ukulele.
Thank you.
Yes, you can. All right. So we're gonna keep on walking down here.
Weird.
Hey, hey, hey!
Is it in front of us?
Yeah, it's weird how we're walking.
I just wanted to get in the
front
movie.
of our cameraman.
I just wanted to get in the movie.
You thought you said you didn't want your name being
Well,
spoken.
well, not my name, but my sexy figure.
Toys for Tots.
Yeah.
This is something that our school does here, and for the children of the state of Minnesota, so we can raise toys for the kids who do not have them. Connor, have you donated any toys?
We had 50 of them.
No, I don't donate toys.
I have donated 2 toys already.
I sell toys.
What kind of toys do you sell?
Let's not talk about that.
Hey. Oh, what is wrong?
This is the main office.
That's the main office there. We're really close to the people in the main office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are the one who let us film in here. Connor. They are the people who let us film in here. Hey, can you get that limestone pennant up there from the original school? Yeah. So that came from the 1915 version of this school, and to take that off of the school was to and put it in here was to
It
remark.
symbolizes.
It symbolizes
the
what-
growth.
what the school once was.
Yes.
You know, and when they did that, they thought it was a very good idea, and I really think that they've done a great job with maintaining this portion of the school here.
Right here. Forsberg isn't there. Never mind. Back up. Go away.
Yeah,
In that room usually is the mysterious
Terry the
wild
tornado.
animal called Mr. Forsberg. Okay? And when observed in his natural habitat, he has the shakes, the coffee mug, and the science all going on.
Always. Every day.
The shakes.
He hates 8th graders, but that's who he teaches.
Hates life.
The only enjoyment that he finds out of it.
And
is-
there's Mr. Wood
there's our favorite teacher right there.
about to use the bathroom.
Hello. All right. So as we conclude my
I didn't want that.
my interview. Oh, what did you want?
I was just gonna say, and you know,
To conclude our
back to the hall.
our video here, we're gonna walk into the classroom.
No smoking.
No,
No
no
matches.
smoking.
And no open lights, please.
We don't do that here.
We don't do that
We
here.
don't do that.
Yeah, especially in this metal shop.
No smoking.
As we conclude everything, we just want to say that we think Minnesota is such a great state,
Great. Wonderful.
and that
The best.
all the interviews that we did before this, and now that we're ending off here, they all tell a story.
Wonderful, beautiful story of each individual person who lives in Minnesota and loves it here.
Yeah, for even the teachers who didn't start out here in Crosby, for the teachers who didn't graduate from Crosby, they all said that they love staying here.
They're here now.
They're here
And
now,
that's all that
and they
matters.
wouldn't want it any other way. And they're here now in Minnesota,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't want it any other way.
They wouldn't.
No.
No.
So I just want to thank you all very much for embarking me on this journey.
Journey.
And don't turn it off yet.
I'm not. Get ready.
Thank you for embarking
On this journey.
on this journey
On
with
this
us.
journey of Minnesota, because it's cold.
Yeah.
Put the camera on this guy. See this guy?
So that's
What's his name, Connor? Say it.
well, that's what a tweaker looks like.
It was such a great time to film with Josh here, and with all the other teachers that I had.
Hey
interviewed.
Connor, can I get a close up here?
Yeah,
Not
for
me.
sure, for sure.
If you would look at his eyebrow.
That
and,
is
and the little cut.
That is a cat scratch.
Yep.
That is a beautiful cat scratch.
That's called fashion.
Fashion.
Connor,
Fashion.
you wouldn't know about it.
I know I wouldn't. Someday I'll get
Okay,
there.
now back up. You're giving me the chills.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And to viewers like you, we recommend Mountain Dew.
Minnesota.
Thank you, Mountain Dew, for also sponsoring this video with Red Raven. This is our teacher's favorite kind of Mountain Dew. It's Code Red. It's actually one of my favorites, Josh.
I don't like it.
You don't like Code Red?
No.
What's your favorite kind of Mountain Dew?
The green one.
The green one? So he likes the original flavor. But Code Red, Voltage, all of those.
I like Voltage.
Voltage is a good one.
Voltage is nice.
But thank you, Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew, Red Raven. Thank you, Crosby Arrington High School, for sponsoring this video.
Yep.
Thank
State
you,
of Minnesota.
Thank you, State of Minnesota. Thank you, Pringles. Pringles did a good bit.
Nike.
Donald Trump.
Nike.
Donald Trump. Nike.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Melanie Trump.
It's Melania.